it's me, RachaelLyn, and today is Financial Friday. Today's Financial Friday is my budget update for September, and you get to see how I did. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first of all, I don't have any notes. Actually, that's kind of weird. But I don't have any, so let's just go on to the next part. I am about to go over everything that's over here, so here's a sneak peek at all of the numbers. I'm going to go through everything one by one. I like to move myself around, so let's just start with that. First of all, these are my amounts that don't change, except for these, which of course I haven't even put in there what that is yet. That's better. I forgot to put in that last little bit. I did actually... I spent $125 on church. That is automatically withdrawn each week, $25 a week. So there were 5 Saturdays in the month of September, so it comes out every Saturday. My student loans were, I made payments towards them. I feel like I'm like starting in the middle of stuff here. Anyway, my student loan payments are actually $574, but it comes out of a separate account. I put in $600 each month just to give myself a little bit of cushion, and so I did that. My savings and extra checking, I'll talk about that later. I never add it up here. I just have it in there. I don't know. I never remember to add it, so I just kind of put it in there. But anyway, my sinking funds, that was also, that savings, extra checking, additional checking, and my sinking funds account. I never really add that. This is $5.99. That is actually interest that I earned, and then that goes in at the beginning of the month. So, that's why that's in there, but I put way more than that in my sinking funds. And if you saw last week's video, I talked about my October budget and planning for that, and there is actually... it shows you how much I actually put into my sinking funds, because at the beginning of the month I allocate all of that money that I put in and tell it where to go in each of the sinking funds. And so my goal was $309.53. I way more than beat that goal to put into my sinking funds. So yeah, anyway. I pay for HP Instant Ink. That is an ink service that I get to print pages here at home. They can be color, black and white, whatever. I get 500 pages a month, and as a teacher that is definitely a blessing, and I pay $15.89 for that, and I feel like that more than pays for the ink, because I will often go through 2 ink cartridges, like 2 blacks and 2 colors in a month, so that definitely more than pays for my ink. My Verizon bill for my phone is $53.09, and then I also have Netflix is $10.99. So these amounts don't change, but they are definitely part of my budget, and they don't really fit anywhere else as far as the different categories. You might notice that I do not have rent over here in any of my allocations. That is because I actually pay rent to my parents, but they are paying for one of my student loans as promised when I entered college, and part of that payment goes to the student loan. So instead of paying my parents, I pay the student loan. So I do actually pay rent to my parents to live here at home. Alright, next up I'm going to look at gas. I actually got less gas than I needed to fill up on this day, so that I would stay within budget, and I was very excited to be able to do that. But for some reason, like, I needed to fill up my gas tank like a week, like less than a week later, and it usually takes like 2 weeks to fill up. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, because I've already needed to fill up again, and it's just the first week of October, and I thought that was really weird. It was just like a couple of dollars really was the difference. So I don't know how that happened, but it somehow made a huge difference. Alright, then down here in my groceries, I marked one as a snack, like that I paid for snack, because I actually pay for snack for my kids. I teach kindergarten, and I pay for their snack. I get reimbursed for that, but I do have to pay for it like outright, and then I'll get the money back. There's another snack in here, and I don't know which one it was. And so I plan on marking that from now on, but this one was snack. This was actually for Apple Fun Day. I had to buy like apples and apple chips and apple jacks, and I bought all that, and apple juice. I bought all of that stuff for Apple Fun Day to celebrate Johnny Appleseed. And the other snack, I don't know which one was snack. I don't know, like some of them were groceries and some of them are snack, and they just go in the same place. Obviously, I went over. I'm considering raising this amount because I am purchasing snack for my kids at school. So I'm just going to see how the next month goes and see if it evens out. September was kind of like a getting started month, and like I needed to buy a lot more snacks than I normally would. I'm hoping that it's less this month, but we have another like big day, like a day, we have like a farm fun day in October, and that will be a big like snack purchase as well. So I don't know how October's gonna go, but I'm just kind of waiting it out and seeing. Alright, now I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna look at my teaching allocation. If you have been watching my videos for very long, you will know that the last 2 months I spent a lot of money on teaching supplies. Actually, I think my budget was like $300 in July, and I think $500 in August, and I went way over budget both months, but typically my teaching budget has been $150 a month. Well, now that the beginning of school is over and we're kind of like, I'm into the groove of things, I don't need stuff to set up and things like that, I'm actually trying to lower that down to $100 a month. And I actually went over. I went way over. This right here, Walmart.com, that was an accidental spend. I didn't mean to spend that until October. It kind of went under into September because I was trying to buy it online and like ship it to the store and then pay for it when I got it. But I guess it doesn't work that way. You have to pay for it ahead of time. And so that ended up happening. But oh well. And then I spent a lot of money at the very beginning of the month, more than I anticipated. I do not anticipate this happening very often, but if you think about it, typically my budget for my teaching allocation has been $150 a month, not including July and August, but it's been about $150 a month. So I really only kind of sort of went over $50 more than I should have. So that's a plus, right? I am trying to get this under control and spend less and less and less. Hopefully that will be done. I'm going to skip over my income, even though I know you can clearly see it, and come on down to my spending allocation. I did end up getting a car wash that I was going to put in under sinking funds for my car, but I was able to keep it under my spending allocation and still have it kind of like paid for and not have to use that. There, I did a video on that. I don't know what was on the expressway, but it made my car so dirty and I could not wash it off myself, so I had to take it to the car wash. I had to go back to Sephora, buy more makeup. It doesn't seem to last as long as it used to, and I don't know why that is, but I did buy cheaper mascara than I normally do, so I'm hoping that will do me alright. We'll have to see. I haven't started using it yet, but we'll see. I did go to Lane Bryant. I had a $15 credit, like kind of like Kohl's Cash, where you just kind of spend the money. And I ended up getting a top for pretty much $15. The $8.95, I needed socks. I needed dress socks because like all my dress socks have holes in them. So I just bought some dress socks. So that's what that is. And then Walmart, I spent $2.61 on something. I don't know. I got it at the same time that I got whatever it was for teaching. But anyway, it was, I don't know. I don't even remember what it was. But So that was $261. So I was under budget, $46.78, which is great because that kind of makes up a little bit for me going over here. And then if you consider, like, if I had kept this budget $150 right there, and like it used to be, and then you take this into consideration, I was only over budget like $4, right? Anyway, going on to restaurants, I spent very, very little. I went to McDonald's once, and I got a breakfast sandwich at Thornton's on the way in to work one morning, and I only spent $8.78 in restaurants last month. I'm so proud of myself. And I actually still had $41.22, so that both this and my spending money just about make up for my teaching budget, and going over $100 in teaching, like just almost. It's close. It's really close. I know I was also over in groceries, but I mean that kind of couldn't be helped just because of the amount of snacks that I got for my class, and I do get reimbursed for that. So now I'm going to go up to my income and show you how much I made this month. So I got my regular paycheck. This is the new amount that should be this amount until next year, and hopefully I'll have another, at least a slight pay increase next year. I got reimbursed from the PTO for $100 for helping set up our classroom. That's what we get every year. We do have other classroom money that we get, but it has to be ordered specifically through a certain website. It's not anything that we buy, and we don't get reimbursed for anything else. It's just this $100 that we get. The other stuff has to be ordered, and I order it, like I always order stuff that's like consumable stuff that gets used up, like construction paper and paint and things like that, and the money that we get for that goes quickly. So there's that. I got $5.99 as Capital One interest. I got a $40 Capital One bonus check. I also got my second paycheck, plus the kindergarten camp, finally got paid for that, was included in that, and I actually got paid less than I was expecting. They took a lot of money out for taxes, and I'm starting to wonder if my tax rate is, like, my taxes that they're taking out is wrong. Like, I possibly should be getting less taxes taken out than I currently am. My taxes were a little bit confusing this last year, just because last year I won $10,000, and that kind of like messed up my totals anyway. So my dad does my taxes. He's a CPA, and he told me to just wait this year and then next year see how much of a tax return I get, see how it evens out, and then we'll fix my taxes next year. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. I did get reimbursed for snack. It was $86.25. I think some of that was from August and some of that was from September, so it's just kind of, that's what I got reimbursed. Then I also had some sinking funds come out. I paid dues. It's $63 every 3 months. I might be paying more than that soon, just to like pay for a whole year in advance. It's kind of why I have my dues sinking fund, but I haven't decided if I want to do that yet or not, so I just haven't. And then at Target, I spent $30.79. It was a birthday gift for my assistant. She definitely deserved it, and much, much more, but, you know, $30 is what I could spend, and that's what I spent. But I was able to successfully put in more than, I'm more than made up for it with the sinking funds that I was able to put in this month. So looking it over here, comparing what I actually spent to how much I had left, this was even, savings, I put more than $800, you'll see in just a moment. Extra checking, this is just half of my emergency fund. I don't really add to it unless I take some away. Then my additional checking account, I just opened that so that I could get some bonus money, and I just have it just to have an extra checking account and just keep $100 in there. My sinking funds, I haven't put how much I put in there. I'll let you see that down below. My Instant Ink, Verizon, Netflix, gas, all of that, or actually all the way to Netflix. That was stuff that doesn't change. Gas, I was 68 cents under. Groceries, $42.79 over. Teaching, I was $104 over. Restaurants, $41 under. And then spending $46 under. So my totals here, I spent $1,279.81. That includes like my student loans and stuff like that. So, and I had $1,044.67 extra, but that's not actually true, because if I put in my $800 here, and if I put in my $309.53 here, then I'm actually $58.87 over. So, but I made, right here, I made $1,037.78 extra, so that way more than makes up for that. So that is all good news. I'm going to look at my sinking funds, kind of what I have left remaining after I add in this month, what I've spent this month. This is what's remaining. I'm going to go through it really quickly, because if you want to know more about my sinking funds and how I allocate that money, then you will need to watch one of my budget setup videos where I talk about that, and I did October's last week, so you can look for that. Down here is where I have all of my current accounts. I no longer have this amount in that account. I've like since taken it out, and I was able to put $557.45 to sinking funds, and then actually not $800, $1,500 went to my extra savings account. This account right here is saving for my student loans and paying off my student loans. I'm saving to pay them off until after my student loans are out of rehabilitation. That should be happening pretty soon. It might take a couple months to kind of be transferred over to new loan servicers, but I am currently in month 9 out of 10 months. Actually, I think October counts as the 10th month. So I have paid 9 months out of 10 months before I think they start transferring it over into new loan servicers. Once they've done that, there should be a lot of fees and things that come off. And then once all that is off, I will take this money right here and apply all of that to my loans, starting with the smallest amount to the highest amount. So that is what I plan on doing. So and my smallest loan amount started out at the beginning of this year at $12,000. I do have, like, well, that's not really the smallest, because I have, for my graduate student loans, I have 2 different ones. There's one that is a total amount, $12,000. There's another one that is several smaller ones, but all of my student loan interest rates are the same. So what I plan on doing is paying off that one $12,000 one, which should be a lot less than that. I'm hoping it's more like $9,000 when I have to go to make the full payment, and just pay that one off, and then just worry about the one that has the several little ones all wrapped up into one. That's kind of my plan. So, and then just worry about that one. So that's what that money is for, and I'm hoping that I can pay off that one completely and then start knocking out the other ones. So that's kind of my plan. So right now you can see I have my loans account, and this is how much would be left in that account if I did not add anything to it. So this is what I have in there. That's the account that I use to pay my student loans out of. I keep an extra $1,000 in there just for cushion, just in case they ever take out more than they should. That has not happened in 9 months, so hopefully that won't happen at all. My sinking funds, I now have $24.8541. Of course, I always have $250 in my extra checking account. My other half of the emergency fund is in my main checking accounts. Right here is $250. And then starting the month out, that's all I have. So, and then my extra savings, I now have $7,500 to pay off my student loans. I'm so close. Just another month or 2, and I will be able to pay off that one entirely. I'm so excited to be able to do that. And then I have my extra $100 checking account. So that is where I stand, and that is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, if you like seeing my budgets, I enjoy sharing them with you. So go ahead and subscribe if you are not already, and click the bell to get notifications so that you know when I post new videos. I also post weekly about my weight loss, and then mostly weekly about teaching and ways to save money as a teacher, and things and activities that I do as a kindergarten teacher. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, give me a like for being able to save so much money this month. I'm so excited about it. And staying almost in budget. I was so close. Compared to the last 2 months, I mean, I was like several $100s over budget the last 2 months. So this is a huge deal and a big step in the right direction. So I'm very excited about this month. So give me a like, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how your budget was for September, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.